Hi everybody, welcome to Site 9. My name is Mr. Hamblin and I will be your site leader for our trip down to Tecate. Sorry I can't be there in person this time for this meeting. I'm currently traveling for work and unfortunately I just couldn't be there. But hopefully this video will give you an idea of who I am and give you an idea of some of the things that might be happening. And I believe that you're in great hands with some of the other leaders that are going to be running the video and introducing you to the content today, and me introducing you to the family via the handout that's there. Anyway, to tell you a little bit about myself, I am an architect and a general contractor. This is going to be my second year going on the trip down to Tecate. And it's also going to be my second time being a leader for a site. I want to tell you a little bit about what to expect while you're there. One, these are going to sound a little bit negative, but believe me, it's going to create some camaraderie when we get back home. First is, when we get out to the site, don't expect to have any restrooms. You'll be lucky if you get to see a hole in the ground where you can go. Doesn't mean that you should be holding it or consuming less water. You're going to need to consume water. Believe me, it's better to go in the hole than it is to hold it or not go at all. And second is, we don't have any running water out on site, and we're going to be having to bring water with us. This trip, I can tell you from my heart that this is incredibly rewarding, and some of the experiences that you will share with your friends, if your families come with your family, and then the experience that you will find sharing with the family that we will be building this house for. So with that, we're going to run a slideshow that shows you what it was like to be on our site last year. That was site 10. Anyway, we'll let it roll. Okay, so we're back. I hope you enjoyed that short little slideshow of what it was like last year on Site 10. So now what I want to do is introduce you to the different types of hammers that you may want to bring out to the site and bring with us to Tecate. So first is we have this little small hammer. This is something that's probably useful for putting pictures up and just putting little small nails or drywall nails up. It's really not that useful overall, but we'll show you what it's like. This is about a 10 to 12 ounce hammer, and it's really lightweight. You can see my hand, it's really small. So overall that's about 9 inches. You can see this is a finish hammer because it has a nice smooth top, if you can see that in the video. Okay, so then moving on, that's not a hammer you want to bring with us, okay? The next hammer, and this is one that you do want to bring, you can see here two of the same type. These hammers right here are what you call finish hammers, and finish hammers are more for interior framing, putting up drywall, nails, that sort of thing. And you can see with the finish hammer, you have, again, a nice smooth head on that. So when you hit it on the wood, you don't see a mark that's left over, okay? But one thing about these hammers is they're lighter weight, they're about 16 ounces, and they do take a long time to hit and don't grip onto the nail very well. So that's why you use smaller nails. So moving on to the next hammer, and here are two different types of a framing hammer. Now these framing hammers, they're heavier, they're about 22 ounces in weight, and you can see that these have a nice waffle head on them. That's for gripping onto the nails and making a nice placement. They're mostly meant for 8 penny nails and 16 penny nails. You can see this one's mine right here, and I've had it since I was about 16 years old. You can see it's worn away over time, and this is a brand new one that I just bought. So two different types of same time. Okay, so anyway, with these I wanted to show you something else too. Is with these hammers, they're about 16 inches long. Okay, now also too, I'll show you the two different types of nails that we use out on site. This right here is an 8 penny nail. It's a little smaller in size, and you can see here it is approximately I don't know if you can see this, it's approximately 2.5 inches long. Okay, so then you have a 16 penny nail, bigger shank, as you can see right here. It's usually about 3.25 to 3.5 inches long. Okay, so anyway, I will show you next what it's like to hammer these in with different hammers. So we're going to start out with this one in the small hammer and see how long it takes to get that in. You can see it's a little harder. Start to bend. Okay, it's really not that great of a hammer. So that's actually, it says right on here, it says it's a 7 ounce hammer. Not very useful. Next hammer I have, this is the finish hammer, and I'm going to use a 16 penny nail on that. There, I can get it in with this, but it took a little longer. Now watch this. This is one of the nails we're going to be sending out to you. So watch this one. That, of course, was with a framing hammer, and you can see went in a lot easier with the framing hammer than it did with the finish hammer. And then the other small one, that's gonna just not work very well. So then I want to show you something else too. What I've done is I've made these little blocks of wood for you, and what I'm going to have you do is take the nails, you'll strip one off of here, and then what I want you to do is pound in 8 of these nails into these 2 blocks of wood. That'll be our homework for next week when we come back together. So until then, enjoy your time practicing using the hammer, the framing hammer, and the 16 penny nails. See you next week.